All right, this is the same demon gang stalking 42. She is going to prison. She's stalking in the path with a method of peculiarized light while she's pacing around her vehicle. And the demon in 55 is stalking as I move around in the kitchen with the ongoing amplification of loud booming. This is monitoring, and this is how you're recognizing a sex offense that's underway as you recognize the pattern of conduct by the entity that surrounds the outside of the building. This is the sex offender 8FVB068. This is the African American you saw gang stalking into the fake sun at 10 o'clock in the morning. All right, you saw the same thing over the building at 8 o'clock in the morning. And this is the P.O.C. This is an act of retaliation, which she's going to prison for as well. The demons know that they're being documented and they engage in that P.O.C. This is what the police department is engaging in with her. That's why she's going to prison. You see that? She's going to prison. All right, this is while the fake sun is over. This is what thousands of dollars is used to monitor my genitalia. This is why Mike Lorenz is done with law enforcement. This is why Paul Leon is out of office. These exposed sex that encourage criminal conduct. It's not a coincidence that I'm documenting this demon who's going to prison and the police arrive under the fake sun. This is P.O.C. And they're monitoring my genitalia inside of a private space. This is an African-American, bald-headed, elderly woman who's going to prison and who was hostile and engages in a criminal act of retaliation that the state commits with her. Okay, Unit 55 is engaged in what is amplified audible activity. AVANATH Capital Management is being civilly and criminally prosecuted for what its residents and for what the government is doing with them at a property where surveillance is underway. All right, that's P.O.C. That's why the Ontario Police is being disbanded as well. That's why she's going to prison. 8FVB068. While the fake sun does the same thing that you saw at 8:06 this morning. That's how you know that the police are stalking. The police are stalking through demons that live at a crime scene where there is no sun over Alvarado Gardens in Los Angeles, which is where I was on this day in 2024. This is the same exact position where the fake sun was at 8:06 a.m. She's going to prison. All right, she lives in Unit 42. She was gang stalking via ENAGED by the demons that came and emptied out her furniture, and doing so as I am documenting video. They were waiting in the path just like the police were waiting in the path, and the police incriminate her. She can move wherever she wants because the long arm of the federal law is going to drag her to prison. That's where she's going. All right, and so is everybody in units 33 through 64 while she engages in psychological torture with the police. That's why she's also going to prison, and so are they. So is Linda Reyes going to federal prison. You're looking at the evidence that's putting her in prison, and so is the demons that work for AVANATH Capital Management. It is currently 11:42 where the fake sun's in the same position where it was at 8:06 in the morning. And this is the stationary presence of a light source where a society is engaged in surveillance together. There's sex offenders that worship my genitalia. Whether they're black, whether they're over 55, you're also witnessing a psychopath still engaging in that pattern of conduct. And she knows she's going to prison because she heard me. Whether she believes it or not, she cannot hide. She's going to prison. And the entity that is gang stalking through the police, like Mike Lawrence was doing well before he took that position of chief of police, this is exactly what Derek Williams was engaged in. Mike Lorenz and everybody affiliated with the Ontario Police are done with law enforcement, while domestic terrorism and the ongoing contribution to public corruption and sexual violence. This is all in violation of the Violence Against Women Act, and that's why they're all losing their housing benefits as well. License 8FVB068, and this is impunity that's attributed to the entire entity, everyone that's going to prison, and everyone in all 144 units at Woodside who are being prosecuted for gang stalking, which is in violation of 34 U.S.C. section 12291. They're pacing while they're walking in the parking lot. Those are demons under the fake sun. They're stalking in plain sight, just like she is with Engineer Light, and they were monitoring me while I was in the kitchen, and the ongoing earthquake-like conduct which the police who just flew over providing evidence against the people are using in order to keep me under surveillance. This is the prosecution of the state of California, and this is why everybody at Alvarado Gardens is going to prison, and everybody in units 33 through 64 are physically surrounding. Okay, you saw at 8 o'clock in the morning. It's 11:44 and the fake sun in the same position, and this is my shadow that's appearing on the ground while a demon stalks in the path with the method of light. And this particular demon from unit 42 knows that I document. This is the pattern that they engage in while you document them. So she goes in and she's engaging in psychological torture while the amplified earthquake-like fills the apartment, and a demon is monitoring. This is a psychopath over 55. She's going to prison. Okay, and so is this one. This is P.O.C. Engineer Light is shooting through the peephole. The fake sun is idle over the same building, and a massive sex offense is underway, which the police just confirmed. Okay, she's getting engaged in a little bit of gang stalking before she drives off, and this is the evidence speaking to what is the ongoing impunity that she acts with. Nobody gang stalking at any of the locations that I've ever documented are avoiding prison, and she is indeed going to prison while she is targeting with the police. And this is all criminal conduct that the entire property is engaging in together. Okay, this is P.O.C. That was Ontario Police with the third party from Unit 42, gang stalking, a criminal act of intimidation and retaliation as I'm documenting her. Engineer Light moves across the brick wall while they're pacing on Vine Avenue, and she's driving out of the parking lot. All right, it is currently again 11:45 a.m. This is AVANATH Capital Management Civil and Criminal Prosecution. All right, and this is the same entity worshiping my genitalia as the sex offenders that they are, stalking at Woodside Senior Apartments. This is P.O.C.